Alright guys, welcome to Spiker's RC, and for my first ever review, this is my Axial Exo Terra from kit build. What isn't to like about this? You know what, there's one glaring thing. I'm going to start with the bad first. I hate doing that. I hate focusing on the bad, but this one is... There's actually two things that make this a bit of a pain, really. I mean, you know, alright, I'm just going to get right into it. First things first, the battery compartment. This whole panel right here is a removable panel, and I'll even remove it right now. It's held in by two clips, 1, 2, and you kind of bend the whole panel to take it off. But once you have it off, you have this little window right here, and there's not a whole lot of room. Plus, there is this vertical brace that's coming off the chassis and into the integrated roll cage, and I'm going to get into that in a second here too. But this is why I call this a detractor, is just its size. It's very hard to work with, and taking a modestly sized 2-cell LiPo, for example, and putting it in here, it's actually no small feat to try and feed the wires in, right, like so, and then wiggling the battery in, and it's, you know, and once you get the battery in, you got to try to fit your fingers in there to fish the straps out to get over, and they clip into these two holders right here, and then plug in the battery, and it is a big freaking hassle, guys. Like, I wish I could say I'm making this up, but it is a big pain. Like, if you're out at the track or wheeling with buddies or something and you need to swap out the battery, Axial made a... I understand why they made that choice. I don't think it's a good choice, just because it's a very time-consuming it's harder than it should be to change the battery out. It makes it not fun. That's what it does. Take it for what it's worth. It's, some people, I mean, if you want to use a smaller battery that they use in crawling RCs, you know, that are, you know, a couple inches long, an inch high, an inch wide kind of thing, that are like 1,000 mAh, you know what, you'll get 10 minutes out of that maybe in this thing, because it is a true 4-wheel drive truck. Buggy, whatever you want to call it, and it is quite capable. I like it. It's a lot of fun. The second detractor on this that I don't like is that the whole body and cage, everything here is actually functional. It's part of the buggy. It gives it its strength, its rigidity, its flex, it's everything needed for bashing and racing and having a great time. As you can see, like, the back shock comes up and mounts right behind the back seat, and the back, like, it's all part of the roll cage. So yeah, it's a fantastic thing. But that's also its biggest detractor, because if you need to get in there to swap out a pinion gear or change out a motor or whatever it is, again, you're sidelined for a while, because in order to change anything that's underneath the body tray, you actually have to open the truck up, obviously. A lot of vehicles, like, say for example the Slash kind of thing, it's just 4 body pins. You pull those off, you pull the body off, and you got access to pretty much everything. Not so with this. Unfortunately, there is a whole lot that you have to do to get into it. There's a couple screws at the front, a couple in the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A few on here that aren't body or transmission or motor related kind of thing that you need to pull it. I think there's 16 screws. Yes, I said that right. 16 that you need to pull out variously around the body to get the top off. Having said that, once you get the top off, everything's actually pretty easy to work on. I'm not going to take the top off. It is a very time-consuming process. You don't need to see me doing that. This is the kit version, so whatever electronics you put in underneath it is your own. You don't need to know what's underneath there. Well, if you want to know, it's just I'm running a Traxxas VXL setup underneath it. But at this point, it's whatever you want to put in there, so I'm not going to get in too involved inside it. Being the kit, it does have some upgraded stuff like shocks and whatever, but like I say, this is actually, when you're not replacing the battery or having to dive underneath to do any adjustments or anything, this is actually a very fun and exciting truck, or buggy, the Exo Terra. I'm actually a big fan of Axial products. I love Axial. Their aftermarket support is good. Everything I love about them, they're a little on the expensive side, but all in all, they make a really good quality remote control, or like hobby grade remote control vehicle. And I love them. I really do. They're just too customizable. The aftermarket support is good. Everything out there is great. Axial does pay a lot of attention to detail, which I really like. A lot of their kits and stuff come with working LED lights, like these 5 PIAs. Well, you can change the grills on them to be whatever you want. But they are all functional. They're nice and bright. Same thing on the back, right here and here. There are brake lights, or well, not really brake lights. They don't light up like brake lights. They're more like running or tail lights or running lights. But overall, their detail that they pay attention to is really good. I really like it. They're like the Lexan bodies are nice and strong. They like they have the fuel tank or the fuel cell here that shows the engine. I mean, granted, it's all Lexan, but it's cool that it's there. Like, I mean, there's the air filter. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it. I can't see the screen on my camera, but right back in here, there's radiator fans. I mean, granted, they're molded out of plastic, but they're there. You know, like, I like their detail. Same thing, lots of stickers for the dash and like the cockpit area. There's ways of hiding the wires, which is really intuitive. I can't say enough good things about Axial. I really like it. Like I say, if they had a different way of doing the battery, this truck would be so much more fun. I mean, I can handle undoing 16 screws to get to my ESC or my motor or pinion gear or what have you. You shouldn't need to be going after those too often, right? Batteries, though, really, I wish they had a better way of doing this. There are some people out there that have modded this in such a way that they remove this one post right here and the cross or the brace for it, and just remove it all together. And that does give them a little bit extra room because they can just slide up the whole battery in there without having to try to push it in and get it in behind the post. I don't like doing that kind of stuff just because I like to know that there is that support here on this brace. But again, I mean, it's to each their own. However they want to do it, it's. I haven't heard anything bad because of it. Tires are good on this thing. They're a little hard for my liking. I like a little bit softer of a tire, but I mean, these, you gotta remember, these are along the lines of a short cars truck. They kind of compete with the Slash and whatnot. They're meant for speed on hard surfaces and jumps kind of thing. But yeah, I gotta say, the foams that are in here, these Dynapro MTs, they're a little too stiff for my liking, but again, to each their own. You might like it. If you're running on hard pack, you're gonna like that, I guess. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Like I say, I can't say enough good things about Axial, but my name is Spikers. I'm from Spikers RC. I'm just starting up this channel, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Please like, subscribe, share it, everything. And let me know what you want to see, and I will do my best. I've got a couple more RC trucks I'm going to be doing reviews on. Batteries, a charger, transmitters, receivers, tires, everything. I'm sticking strictly to land-based RC at the moment, but I mean, who knows? I've got a chopper here as well, and I want to get into quadcopters and everything else. So stay tuned. You might find some cool stuff, some neat little tricks and tips. I'm learning as I go, so if you have anything that you want to see, please let me know. Again, please, thumbs up for the video, share it, subscribe to my channel, Spikers RC, and have a fantastic day. Keep the rubber side down, guys. Have fun. Cheers.